Good morning, everyone. We're continuing here in NIDCHEI YISRAEL by the Horowitz, speaking about this idea that a person engages themselves in the mitzvahs bein adam lechavero, chesed, between them and their fellow Jew, kindness, perhaps mercy and the like, but they abandon the mitzvahs bein adam lemokim, between them and HaKadosh Baruch Hu, and they think that that works. It's enough to be a good Jew, to be kind to another person, to be understanding, to be empathetic, to be sympathetic, to give tzedakah, to make a loan. All of that is good, but when it comes to the other important mitzvahs in the world like tefillin and tzitzis and mezuzah and kashrus and davening and learning, no. As long as I'm a good person, as long as I'm nice to every other Jew, that's enough. And the Chavetz Chaim is pointing out, and he's going to go much deeper into it today, how erroneous that kind of thought process is. Mikol Mokim. Nevertheless, Sharshe Mitzvahs Eilin Itznavu Gam Umas Ha'olam. You should know that these mitzvahs of how to keep a world of social beings together and treating each other in the right way, it exists not only amongst Klal Yisrael, it exists amongst the nations of the world as well. Many of the laws are included in gezel, in theft and dinim, and basic commandments over here of how to keep the world running smoothly. All of the b'nei Noach, which means all of the people that are descendants of Noach, who is everyone that is not Jewish, they also have these obligations. Ki yedua, as we know, she'Hashem misses inhu v'abzarehu nesalehem. We know that by the Sheva mitzvah Noach, the 7 obligatory mitzvahs that the Noachites have, so these 7 mitzvahs and their derivatives are obligatory, which means that what? That even the non-Jew has an obligation to make sure that he is at peace with the people around him. And if a non-Jew would hold himself back from giving charity, and doing acts of kindness, in the story in the Chumash, on the people that lived in Sodom when it got destroyed, is because they were lacking in this area of tzedakah and chesed. Like Yecheskel, the Navi, the prophet says, what was their sin? It says over there about the people of Sodom, they possessed haughtiness because they had an abundance of food and peace and tranquility, they had a good life, and they didn't support the hand of the poor. So what was the sin of the people of Sodom? These are not Jewish people. Was that they didn't do chesed. It says the Chavetz Chaim. That means that everyone's obligated in chesed. Everybody has to do tzedakah. Even a tribal Swahili in somewhere in the African jungles is obligated to do chesed and take care of his kind and people around him. So we're also. So how could a Jew think that as long as I'm doing chesed, as long as I'm giving tzedakah, as long as I have rachmanis for other people, so therefore I'm doing what it means to be a Jew? No, that's only a fraction of what it means to be a Jew. The main thing is, the Rebbeinu Shalom has separated us, Klal Yisrael, from all of the nations of the world. Because he sanctified us with his mitzvahs. In things that are only shaykh, only connected and relate to Klal Yisrael. Because we are Kodesh Baruch Hu's nation and we are his inheritance. For example, we have a mitzvah to do bris milah. Utfillin, and we're tefillin every day. Vitzitzis, and put on our tzitzis. Vishabbos, and we have to keep Shabbos umayadim. And the holidays, Pesach is coming. Pesach doesn't exist for a non-Jew. It exists only for us. Why? Shem la'ois, they're a sign. Shanachnu avdei elokei olam. It is a sign that we are the servants of HaKadosh Baruch Hu. Every single mitzvah that we have in the Torah is signifying and representing the Avdus, our servitude and our service of the Ribbono Shel Olam. It doesn't exist by any other nation. Yes, they have to be kind. Yes, they have to be endearing. Yes, they have to do chesed. All of that is true. But they are not Avdei Hashem. They are not the servants of the Ribbono Shel Olam, His children, the way that we are. And therefore, every single mitzvah that HaKadosh Baruch Hu obligates us in is for one reason and one reason only. It is creating the eternal bond and connection between us and HaKadosh Baruch Hu as the Avdei Elokei Olam, the servants of the living God of this universe. To be continued. Hatzlacha.